Hey folks, so I'm going on vacation next week, and in an effort to try and actually enjoy my time off, I threw together something kind of quick for this week. So how about a tour of the shooting area? It's also where I do the editing. It's my office, and it's a disaster. Welcome to ADHD if you didn't realize how rough it can get. Okay, put a little more light on it. So, why don't we start with what's over here? So, over here we've got 2 out of 3 of my lighting rigs. So, got that one up there. Right over there is where I actually shoot. I'll get over there in a bit. So, I've got that one. This one, the switch. I've had these for a while. I've had this lighting set up for over 10 years. So the switches on this don't work anymore. They are locked and kind of frozen in the on position. So this gets turned on by being plugged in. And so it's currently unplugged, so I can't turn it on for you. And there, behind it, is the whiteboard that has not gotten nearly as much use as I had hoped after getting it. I really thought I was going to use it more than I did, but partly because of where I ended up storing it and what I'm actually using it for now, which I'll get to, it's a pain in the butt to get out, so I have to really commit to it. That's just a backdrop, just because I didn't feel like just having blank walls all over the place. Over here is the old flat cap. Anyone who's been watching me for long enough remembers this thing. But yeah, if I ever feel the need to get it, I do still grab it every now and then. It's just right there. Over here, we have a piece of art that I commissioned that is a Huldra. I commissioned that at a Comic-Con. You'll see a number of commissioned art pieces on the walls as we go. Now, as I mentioned, this place is a freaking disaster. So a lot of what's on the floor is related to stuff that I am working on getting out the door related to the novel. So there's a whole bunch of tubes that the maps for people who qualified high enough to get a signed copy of the world map. Those are in there. Those have to go out. I've got envelopes, some of which I have filled in the addresses for, some of which I haven't yet, and that I need to mail books out in. But that's what that is. Now, you may have wondered what the deal with this is. So, this rig is just something that came with the green screen that I have that, boy, you think I don't use the whiteboard much. I really don't use the green screen anymore. But anyways, so this is just sort of a thick blanket, and that's just to cut down on voice rebounding. I have neither the time nor the money to soundproof this room, so I put that there, and that's basically directly behind where the camera usually is, so that my voice is being immediately coming into contact with this and not ricocheting off the walls. So there's that. I'm not going over the mess that's over there. Okay, so over here, we've got the computer, ring light behind it for when I am streaming. I used to be able to stream from my shooting location, but that was back when I was on a laptop, and so I can't anymore. We've got this. I actually bought. This is a print that was of an image that was drawn by a friend of mine in high school. So yeah, this is a high school artist. I don't know if he's still doing art. His name is Phil Wassell. Last I knew, he was still doing art and was selling it. So that's cool stuff. And over here, another commissioned art piece. It's Furiosa. Heck yeah. And there's little random things, like I've got my get it in light here. Yeah. Got my flat. Ooh, there's still something in there. Yep, that's water. What else we got? So we've got this light here just to reflect a little bit more light around the room, just so that I've got a little more light coming in from the side. And also some other stuff. These are both from the same artist. You have The Silence and, of course, Gozer the Gozerian. Are you a god? I'm not showing you the floor. You've seen enough glimpses of it. We've got... So I bought this stuff, and I used them for a couple of TikToks a while back. I really should get some proper use out of these. But if you've seen the movie Us, the Jordan Peele movie. So these are not real shears. These are 3D printed, but this is the shears. And I've also got the gloves. I suppose this is a good time to actually set this thing down and maybe consider going over some of the specifics that are going on over here. So why don't we give that a go? Now, most of this stuff is just all things that, you know, you see on a regular basis. I haven't identified a lot of this stuff in a while, though. So let's see if we can go through it. Now, here's a big thing. A fair chunk of this is stuff that was sent to me as gifts from people who, you know, people I know in person, people who I've met but aren't local, and people who are just fans who have sent stuff to the P.O. Box. There was a healthy mix in here. I am not going to remember everything that was sent to me by people, and I'm not going to remember who to name. I have a crap memory for that. So understand, if you see anything on here that you sent to me, I'm super grateful. That's why it's up here. I'm not going to remember to shout you out. I'm sorry. But in any case, so what we've got over here is we've got Bun Bun from Sluggy Freelance. So you can just barely see in here. Actually, you know what? Hang on. See in there, you've got Queen Alien in the back, who you can basically never see. Also back there is Gizmo, who is not super visible either, just because of how deep into the shelf he is. That's one of the things I'm debating is either getting like fairy lights in there to light them up a bit so you can actually see them, or putting something a little bit more colorful. But in any case, you know, we've got Funkos for characters like Fixie Felix and the Kerbalam Man. We've got Ein. I've got multiple little Lego figures scattered around. I've got 13th Doctor, I've got Wonder Woman, I've got Poison Ivy over here behind me. I'll show you the stuff over here in a little bit. I'm not going to get through all this. I'm going to try, though. I've got multiple adipose, little guys sort of smattered around. We've got multiple forest spirits from Princess Mononoke smattered around as well. This was sent to me that someone made. It's a gender fluid TARDIS. This... I don't really know how to explain this. Okay, so this, if you've ever seen the Golden Girls, you remember when Stan made like a traffic cone monkey homemade support thing, like for his emotional support? That's what that is. We've got some tiny little dinosaurs. We got Raph, because Raph's my boy, so he gets top shelf. But you'll find the other turtles are around here. We got Michelangelo down here. You know, it's down there. Donatello's over on the other side. We have a Zydrate bottle just behind Felix. See if I can get this out without knocking anything over. Woo! Yes, because Zydrate comes in a little glass vial. So we've got that. This is what I'm going to spend most of the time doing. Ooh, 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 don't knock over, don't knock over, don't knock over. Okay. Shift you back. Stuff does fall off this on occasion. We've got one of numerous Batwomans. We've got a Harley Quinn. I mentioned Ein. We've got Louisa, who is one of the newer additions over here. But we've got R2-D2, more adipose, Weeping Angel, another Batgirl. We have Peter Capaldi's Doctor. We've got Fozzie in a hoodie. We have DRD from Farscape. We have Vince Glortho. That's the Keymaster. We got more dinosaurs. We have a one-up, power-up. We have sort of a bit of Fey art, sort of, you know, wings and horns, and we have a little dachshund back there. We have No Face, who is another figure who you can barely see in a lot of the videos from Spirited Away. We've got Cammy from Street Fighter. We got a little dragon. We got another Wonder Woman. And of course, we've got a TARDIS, more Batgirl, a little dog thing that my kiddo made for me, a Terminator helmet, a bigger Michelangelo, there's a Poison Ivy, there's a very small sonic screwdriver, a bigger forest spirit, and a tiger. Now down at the bottom is stuff that pretty much never shows up on camera, which is why it's not nearly as cramped or organized. But we have down here, we have stuff like Eddie Izzard, Wunderbar. We got a little book of matches, some more dinosaur stuff. We have these. I have these for 5 of the Doctors. I've got 13th, 3rd, 5th, 4th, and 2nd. Those are something that have been sent to me over time. I've got I've got my Maverick back here. So I had this for ages before I finally pulled it apart and gave it a custom paint job and put it back together. I'm actually quite happy with it. But I suppose that's worth bringing up the one of the long-term projects. I now have another one that I've gotten since, which is this sucker, which I would really like to take apart, spray paint the pieces, and put back together. But I've not found the time or the motivation to do so. But I'm looking forward to when I do. To me, that's half the fun of getting Nerf gun stuff is making them look even cooler. I say one of the best things, like I've done it with one so far, but I really like the results on that. Oh, and I've also got, like these are all fake. So YouTube, don't give me crap about weapons. Ooh, I have a fake flintlock pistol, which I picked up at a Ren Fair ages ago. This is one of the earliest Ren Fairs that I picked that up from. The empty can, what is this? Oh, this is sort of a custom little, when I say custom, somebody hand drew stuff on it. That was from when I was in The Odd Couple back in 2017. Holy crap. That was the last time I was gonna play. All right, we've got stuff on the other side. So let's, actually, before we do that, I mentioned there was something I was using the whiteboard for. It's housing the mic, because the mic arm is attached here. So the main thing this whiteboard now gets used for is to hold the mic in place. Because I don't know, you may have noticed, I've got the Blue Yeti over there, which I'll use for a lot of my streaming stuff. But this is a hype mic. This is an Apogee hype mic, which I like better for my stuff, you know, that I actually do for the channel. So over on this side, we have this little fake movie trophy thing. We've got a tiny little 10th Doctor. We have a big old Totoro, 13th Doctor. There's the little Lego Poison Ivy I mentioned before. The little Lego figures, actually my partner Liz got me those. Because they're Lego figures of characters that I have cosplayed. So that's why it's Poison Ivy, 13th Doctor, and Wonder Woman. So there's a heart somebody made for me. This rainbow dragon was made for me and sent to me. So we got Donatello in there. This is, people ask every now and then. It's been a while though. This is a Tachikoma from Ghost in the Shell. We've got Hup from the Age of Resistance, the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. We have Zan just behind Harley Quinn. We have a little Riddler duck, rubber duck. And like you're probably some of you are probably noticing the dust level on there. I apologize. Like that's another thing. It's just hard for me to wrangle my ADHD brain and pull that together. But we've also got Fix It Felix and a bit of commissioned art that I had done of Scorpio. Up top, there's all the sonic screwdrivers. There's a little TARDIS stress ball. There's Tamalion, that's my dragon. And then there's the weapon rack, which it's got size. It has a battle axe. Like pretty much none of these are battle ready. Again, to be clear, these are like showpieces. Then we have the cutlass. We have 2 different samurai swords. We have the rapier. We have a kendo practice sword. And then up at top, that's the claymore, guarded by a face hugger, as you do. we have, this is actually a doll of me. Like, I think you might be able to see, like, some of the hairs are lighter colored. It's meant to reflect my different colored hair there. We have the Tunberry with the gender fluid thing. I think I'm actually, to get in here, I'm gonna have to take this off the stand. Let's see. So we got the Tunberry. We have some stickers here that I don't know if anybody ever sees. That's me. That is my burlesque sticker. Me in chibi form. We've got Scorfuma, of course. Back there is the lava lamp that people seem to enjoy. Behind that, people loves you. We got the Joker next to that. And, oh, we've got this quote, which is still my favorite Doctor Who quote. It doesn't matter to whom the cruelty is directed, the cruelty itself is wrong. Somebody made that for me after I said how much I love that quote, and it's wonderful. And then there's just a random assortment of crap back here because, you know, it's never shown on camera because my fat ass is blocking it. An empty Star Wars Space Punch can because I thought the can was cute. Yes, that is a puppet version of me, or at least me back when I thought I was a dude. So, you know, kind of an outdated version of me, but yeah, there's that. So this is a space that I spend an awful lot of my time in because I shoot here and I edit over there. So I spend a lot of time in here. I'll tell you, I'm really glad for this because for a long time I was doing all of this out of my bedroom. Like, I had other rooms, but, like, they were guest rooms, and I hadn't... It took a while for me to, like, get all the energy to move all this stuff, because, like, this entire setup had to move. This all used to be in my bedroom, which long-term was not good for me, because that meant I was shooting, editing, and sleeping all in the same space. So the exact same place I was supposed to be going to rest was also the exact same space that my brain was telling me you should be working. That wasn't good for me. It's a lot better for me having this as a separate room now. But yeah, like I said, this is low rent content right here. But I'm on vacation, or at least I was in the week immediately prior to this. By the time you see this, I'll actually probably be back. But I didn't want to, you know, hammer myself for taking the time off, and I didn't want to come back and immediately be buried in work. So this is what you get this time. Hope you enjoyed it. Understand that all of this is made possible by Patreon support, and your help is greatly appreciated. I wouldn't be taking a vacation. I wouldn't have a room dedicated to this. I wouldn't be talking to you right now if it wasn't for that kind of support. But even if you're not able to do that, like, share, subscribe, all that helps. Links in the description for other stuff. If you want to send me something, see if I'll put it up in the shelf. The P.O. box is down in the description, the address for that. But excuse me. Don't worry too much about it. Because what I really want you to remember is that you are beautiful, you are valid, you are loved. You are the council, I'm just running the meetings. And until next time, this council is adjourned. All right, I've got thanks to give for my Patreon supporters. Robin Moore, Zubin Fala, Tarak, the thing that goes doink in the anime, Oliver B., Linda Walters, Imudelki, The Oath of Boyd, TT, Fernobulax the Poodle, Zach, Eidolon, Tracy Scrabbit, Angry Kasperl, Toku BL Huvian, Adam RDL Taylor, Shane Ross, Shayla Gourlay, and Brendan LaRose. The rats and I thank you.